Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Salesforce Excellence. So today we are going to explore how the information or data is stored in Salesforce. As you can see on the screen, I have mentioned that objects are used to store the data in Salesforce. To make you clearly understand, you can see I have copied one Excel sheet, a format where you can see some information is available related to a particular student, a roll number, name, email, the branch he belongs to, and the percentage. So because it becomes easy to make you understand with the help of this Excel sheet, where because everyone is aware of Excel sheets where they will be using Excel to store some information or data. So similar thing we are trying to replicate by using Salesforce. So here, if you can see the table, whatever the table that you can see, which is available here in the Excel sheet, that is called as object in Salesforce. Okay. So to store the data in this format, we use objects. Okay. And whatever the columns you can see, roll number, name, email, branch, all these in the Excel format, we call it as columns, but in Salesforce, we call them as fields. Okay. Roll number is one field, name is another field. And horizontally, if you look at row number 1, Phillips, data related to a specific student. So here the rows are called as record in Salesforce. Clear? So basically objects, we use the name called as object because it is designed by using object oriented terminology. Okay, object oriented programming. Okay, and in Salesforce there are two types of objects are provided. One is standard objects and the second one is custom objects. Standard objects in the sense whatever the objects which comes by default with Salesforce, which are already available and provided by Salesforce, those objects are called as standard objects. Okay. For example, account, contact, opportunity, those objects are called as standard objects. Anyhow, we are going to discuss those objects, which object is used for which purpose in detail in the coming sessions. Okay. Second category of objects are custom objects. Like if the standard object is not meeting your business requirements, then you can create your own object which is called as custom object. Clear? Now, so few examples related to standard objects which are already available in Salesforce, means you no need to create. I'll show you, already you have seen in the previous sessions also. So these are the objects which are already created, pre-created, or we use a term called as out of the box. It means by default they are available with Salesforce, like lead object to store the information related to the lead, account to store the information related to our customer. The customer can be any another company or a specific individual person. Contact means an individual working in that organization will be stored in contact. Opportunities to store the data related to our whatever the deal which is going on, to store the data to track the deal, we use opportunities. And case object, for example, once the sale is done, to do the follow-up, if any issues are, if the customer is facing any kind of issues, then they will send those issues in the case format. We use case object to store the customer problems or customer issues to resolve them. Campaign objects similarly. So these are the standard objects which are available in Salesforce. Okay. If these objects are not serving your purpose, then you can create your own object which are called as the custom objects. Okay. Right. So some detailed description is given here, like campaigns to represent marketing initiatives aimed at generating sales. Campaigning objects we use so to sell our product, the kind of campaigns that we conduct, we use campaign objects. And lead in the sense, in the previous sessions also I told you, lead is any individual who is showing some interest in your product. Okay, not at purchase your product, he's showing some interest. Maybe in future, if he gets convinced, then he may purchase your product. Okay. Account represents some companies or organizations that are your customers. Contacts represent the actual people associated with the accounts. And opportunities, as I told you, whatever the potential sales deal is happening, to track the deal different stages, we use opportunities object. So no need to worry. By taking one case study, I am going to cover all these objects in a separate session. Okay, so cases object we used for tracking and managing customer support issues. Clear? So as a Salesforce developer or administrator, you should have some basic knowledge of what are the Salesforce standard objects available and which object is used to store what kind of data. Clear? Now coming to the custom object, you can see here, if I am not able to fulfill the requirement by using the standard objects, I am free to create my own object. Like it can be employee or student object to store the student details, customer object or recruitment, any object that you can create. Those objects are called as custom objects. Now let us go to Salesforce platform to have a practical approach and to see that already you are well aware of that. So if you see here sales, I'm opening the sales application in the coming sessions, because as I told you, these are the available or out of the box applications which are available in Salesforce and standard applications, right? As I told you, there are two types of objects. One is standard objects and another one is custom objects. Similarly, in Salesforce, we are having two types of applications. One is standard application, like you can see here, sales console, and you can type service here. If you click on view more, if you click on all items or view more, you can see all the applications which are available here in the app launcher. Whatever the applications that you can see, all these applications are standard applications. Okay, and if you want to create your own application, then also you can create that application which is called as custom application. Clear? Now I want to see, I want to go to the sales application. I click on sales, and whatever the standard objects that you have seen in the previous slide, you can see here leads, opportunities, task. Okay, if you take contact, so how to create a contact record, I'll click on new button and give the mandatory details, Mr. and last name something like John, and whatever the remaining details that you want to give, like what is the department, IT department, and mobile, then save. That data will be saved. So where to see the data? You can see there are two tabs are there. One is related and one other is details. In the details tab, you can see whatever the data that you have entered will be stored. Clear? Now similarly, whatever the information that you want to store under any object, what you have to do, go to that particular tab. These are called as tabs. Already I told you in the previous sessions. Tab is nothing but a user interface, graphical user interface, which indirectly connects with the particular object. Okay, so this is one object, account is object, contact is an object, campaign is an object. Clear? So now if you want to create your own object, or if you want to see what are the other objects available in the org, then you can go here, click on this gear icon, click on setup. Okay, so here after this home, you can see this one object manager. Okay, so click on that object manager, and here you can see all the objects which are available in the in your Salesforce org. It can be standard or it can be custom objects. All, if you want to see what are the list of objects which are available in my org, then you can see here. So how to differentiate? So you can see the columns here. What is the label, API name, type it is mentioned, whether this object is of type custom or standard, that is clearly mentioned. And one more thing, you can observe that like if it is a standard object, the label and API name, you can see API name is account. if it is standard object. And if it is a custom object, you can see here that custom object will appear like this, underscore underscore C. That is the identity to recognize what type of object it is, whether it is standard or custom. Okay, if you see here, assigned resource is a standard object. Okay, there is no change, the API name will be same, and then another object is there which is created by a developer, then the name is assignment underscore underscore C. This is the way how to identify or differentiate a standard object from the custom object. Okay, custom object and with underscore underscore C. Similarly, custom field and standard fields also same difference. Clear? And coming to this object manager, you can see here two tabs are there or two buttons are there. One is schema builder, another one is create. So if you click on schema builder is nothing but a platform where you can view the objects graphically, and you can at the same time you can see multiple objects and how they are connected with each other. For example, now on the canvas you cannot see any object. Click on any object name, account. Okay, so once you click on the object, then you have to say view options, sorry, auto layout, maximize that one. Yes. Okay, you can see the object here, account object. Similarly, if you want to add, if you want to see one more object, type your required object here, contact, and then you can see both the objects on the screen. At the same time, you can see something is connected, these two objects connected with each other, right? So these are nothing but relationships. You can see on the right side a legend is there which is showing one relationship name is lookup relationship, another one is master detail relationship. This we are going to discuss in detail in the coming sessions because it is a very much important topic. The objects are related with each other. Okay, and how these objects are related? By using different relationships. Out of them, these two are very much important. Lookup relationship, another one is, just note down, lookup and master detail relationship. Okay, right. And coming to, if you go back or if you click on object manager, I want you to see here schema builder. Just now we have seen. At the create button, if you click here, you can see two options are visible. One is custom object, another one is custom object from spreadsheet. If you click on the custom object, then here by providing the details you can create your own custom object. Got it? So in this session, this is a small session, just I wanted you to explore, to identify the difference between standard objects and custom objects, and how to create them, just to see that. In the next session we are going to do the remaining things. Thank you very much and subscribe my channel. Thank you.